This is the old man's rod, and it has seen better days. The hooks are all rusty, and the eyes are held together with sticky tape. Rusty hooks, eyes held on with sticky tape. The rod has seen better days, and today I'm going to see if I can catch a fish on the old rod in memory of the old man. I started casting with the old man's old rusty hooks, and I prayed that I might catch a fish. It's the worst year for mackerel fishing that I've ever seen, ever. Nobody's catching fish, and it's all down to illegal netting in the harbour. There's ships coming in at night in the dark, and they're netting all the fish. I was talking to a farmer the other day, and he said to me, Vincent, he said, on the roof of my house it's covered in seagulls, and they won't leave my farm. They're there all day waiting until I feed my cows, and they come down to the troughs. They eat the little nuts, he says, because they're starving, because there's no fish in the harbour. The place is devoid of fish, and the seagulls are starving. I wasn't having much luck fishing from the wall, so I decided to go out onto the pier where the water is much deeper. Maybe I'd have some luck off the pier. I left the old rusty hooks sink down near the bottom, hoping to catch a fish, and I got stuck in the bottom. And I kept pulling and pulling. I was afraid to pull too hard in case I broke the rod. And I kept pulling, hoping to get my old rusty hooks back. And I just prayed that I'd get them back. And I pulled with all my might, and it came free. I was lucky. I got all my feathers back. Somebody up there was looking after me. After another couple of casts, I hooked a beautiful fish, and I was all delighted. I caught a beautiful mackerel. I think the old man was looking after me, but one mackerel won't feed me. I need a couple of mackerel. So my very next cast, I hook another beautiful mackerel. I can't believe it. Somebody's definitely looking after me. Soon I had 3 mackerel caught. I couldn't believe it. The mackerel fishing this year, it's the worst year ever. The mackerel are very scarce. The boats are catching all the mackerel, and they're catching all the sprat. And the harbour is devoid of fish. So catching mackerel, one after the other, definitely the old man is looking down at me, helping me to fill my bag. I kept casting, and I kept catching. Somebody up there was definitely looking down on me. And eventually I had a full bag of mackerel, and I decided to call it a day and head home for a nice feed of fresh mackerel. Cheers for the chest and some Guinness for iron. And the mackerel was so fresh it broke into little pieces. It's like scrambled mackerel, fresh mackerel caught today on the old man's fishing rod. God rest his soul. Oh my God. A mackerel scrambled sandwich. I've just realised you can take the man out of the mountain, but you can't take the mountain out of the man. My wife, she's going to kill me when she sees this. Me eating fish with my fingers and not using my knife and fork in the sitting room. Etiquette, Vincent, etiquette, she'll be saying. So on and so on and so on. That's a beautiful piece of music called Ride On. A very appropriate piece of music about wanting to be with someone and you can't be with them. Beautiful piece of music, Christine Moore. Well, I have to say, I called up the old lady on my way home after fishing and I give her a few mackerel. I always call up the seer and I give her a few mackerel and she's all delighted. And I said to her, I don't want to upset you now, but I showed her the fishing rod and the fishing bag. And I said, I caught all the fish with your husband's fishing rod. And she looked up to heaven and she said to me, Vincent, she says, Dick, he's still looking after me. I thought it was very sad. But Dick looked after the two of us. We both were fed and watered. My inheritance paid off. So, until my next video, when it'll be, I do not know. But till then, get out and catch a fish.